Aquarius, what's going on? Welcome into the channel. So happy to have you here always. My name is Deborah, owner of Purusha Holistic Wellness, and this is another episode of Purusha Intuitive, where we're going to look at your energy via the tarot, astrology, and any channeled messages that come through. So let's get into it. We are in Cancer season. We just had a new moon in Cancer. New moons are great to set new intentions. And really from that standpoint, Cancer energy is all about like having a strong, supportive, solid foundation for ourselves. And we're have the ability to kind of enliven that energy within our environment. There's a lot going on. There's a lot transitioning right now. Pluto's in retrograde, so it's definitely highlighting the places we're seeing change manifest in our life. And Cancer gives us that ability to just like honor ourselves a little bit more. It's good vibes. It's good vibes. We do have some retrogrades upcoming in July. Neptune is going to go into retrograde the 4th, and Saturn and Mercury will follow mid-month. So it is going to kind of put a new spin on things. We've been experiencing some slowness, and it's probably going to continue. This value of like we're really being challenged to trust ourselves, trust our intuition, look at things with a scrutinizing eye, so to speak, or, you know, look into things a little bit deeper. Don't take everything at face value, especially if there is some messiness within whatever you're dealing with. That's why I like to start off these readings with an energy cleansing. Definitely sets the tone, sets the vibe for the reading, and it helps cleanse out any places we're feeling blocked or limited. It's also a good time to set your own intention, Aquarius, especially if you've come in with something on your heart, on your mind, something you would like Spirit to deliver messages to you around. Definitely give that over. Be open to receive. It's a great way to personalize these collective readings. And I also do personal readings. I offer a variety of healing and wellness services. Sorry, I got my candle flickered. Readings are one of them. If you want me to look at your personal situation, how it's faring, where it's headed, or if you are just looking for more of a rebalancing of self, mind, body, soul, I do energy healing, as well as Ayurvedic or holistic wellness consultations. When we're feeling strong and grounded in ourselves, kind of that vibe of that Cancer energy we're enlivening, that's where we're manifesting our happiness, our abundance from, right? That's where we find fulfillment, is when we are in alignment with ourselves, knowing our wants, our needs, and making choices accordingly. And I would love to help support in whatever way possible. Definitely hit me up. All the info to get into contact with me is in the description box below. All right, let's get into it, Aquarius. I bless you with pure love and light, pure source energy, pure loving grace. I release anything that is not for your highest and best. Any fears, doubts, insecurities, lack of worth, lack of value, pain, anger, frustration, impatience, overwhelm. Cleanse it and release it from our being, so that we may see and understand the messages clearly and help to make me a clear and open channel for the collective. Thank you, Father God, Spirit guides, guardian angels, Mama Love. All right. Excuse me. Getting a little sooty over here. All right. So, Aquarius, I'm picking up this energy of like truth being revealed. Like, here's the thing. Your energy feels a little nervous around something. This feels like a place that maybe you had a misstep, or like, I feel like whatever this quote unquote truth is, it feels like it's clarity about a person, about a situation, something that was blatantly lying to you. It's like blatantly lying to you. And I was also hearing like making up stories about something. Open your heart. I feel like, and I kind of feel like where the disconnect is you didn't see this originally, right? And I feel like there is something you have to say because you feel nervous. Like, it feels like, as I was first tapping into the energy, it feels like you have something to say to someone, like you want to talk to someone, you want to approach someone, etc. Yeah, there might someone maybe that there is distance between, whether that's like physical distance or even just you haven't talked in a while, you took a break, etc. And I feel like there's this part of you that's like, I feel like you're ready. I feel like you're ready to have this conversation. I feel like you don't have a lot of expectations about how it goes, but you have hopes for it. Like, I don't know exactly what your goal is. We'll look into that a little bit more with the tarot by readdressing this, but it feels like it's something that's important to you is what I'm picking up. It's something that's important to you. It's something that there's this level of like justice I'm hearing that like you feel ownership around, that you need to either convey or reveal to someone because of kind of like maybe what you've been seeing in the background. Right now, Pluto is tensely aspected to Jupiter. So we really have to shift our focus away from what we thought was going to be our quote unquote abundance, right? Like where we thought things were going to manifest in this way and they're just not happening in that way, right? Like, I mean, it doesn't mean that we're not getting that thing. Just remember that. It just means that there needs to be change within the dynamic, within the cycle, right? And I feel like whatever this misstep was for you, Aquarius, it was something that allowed there to be space and distance, so there could be change in this dynamic. But it does kind of look like people, situations are ready for this to come together, so to speak. There is some stuff that you feel responsible for, like on your end. Like there's some stuff that like, I feel like intuitively, you know, you need to take certain steps around, but your ego's having a little bit of a hard time with it. Yeah, there's the devil. Sorry, Aquarius. It's, you know, this is a lot of pride. Unfortunately, not good, bad, right, or wrong, right? Black Moon Lilith is tensely aspected to the new moon. Chiron is tensely aspected to Pluto. So there's just like some resistance, right? Resistance around like just humbling oneself. And this is for everyone all across the board, right? You're dealing with someone who might be a little bit immature or handled something very immaturely, and maybe there just needed to be, again, some distance. I don't know. I don't feel like it's as much about being right or wrong. And maybe that's where the hang up is, you know? Air energy has this knack for wanting, like being able to like mentally understand a dynamic, and therefore it's easier to put things in the black and white. But the remembrance right now presently is life is pretty effing gray, right? There's just a lot of gray area, and the uncomfortability that you're feeling, I'm hearing this specifically about like controlling the narrative and controlling how this all shakes out, because you are in manifestation mode this week, and it looks like what you're trying to manifest or where you were coming from before, it's not necessarily happening, or maybe the way you approached something in the past fell flat. And so it looks like on some level you're thinking through, what are my options? Not only what are my options, but like you kind of know what you should do, right? Like you kind of know what you should do, because I feel like whatever approach you were taking beforehand, no shade, Aquarius, but it's like basically saying it's not going to work. Sorry. Don't hate me for saying that. It's just like the results that you want, like I feel like this is a lot about you being proactive for yourself. And there's a reason for that, because this is that overcoming, right? Right now, Saturn, Neptune are in Aries on top of each other. And so it's like forcing us to do the harder work, right? Like it's work where we know what the response should be. It might be a little bit humbling, it might be difficult, but it's authentic and it's true, right? And, you know, maybe right now is not the right timing. Who did we have this for? Maybe it was Libra, I don't know. But it's this value of like, there are still things that are being sorted, and that's why it feels a little bit uncomfortable. Just make sure that you are checking yourself a little bit and your motivations. Because here's the thing, like, there's something about this, and again, this could have been an outside influence. It could also be the mental tapes, but there's something about this that's like keeping you limited, keeping you trapped. And with the devil, the story is that like you can break yourself free. Like, and it goes back to what I was just saying, like, you know what this is, you know intuitively what you should do, and you have the capacity to do it. And I think it's actually going to like make you feel better once you do, regardless of how it shakes out. You're still in a position where it's like, you're okay, right? Didn't we say that at the very beginning, this value of like, you're okay with whatever happens. It's not like you're expecting it to go in a certain way. Like you've kind of made your peace on some level, and that's what it shows. And I feel like in some ways it gives you that peace. It gives you that ability to release, to move on, to let go, to remember that life is cycles, right? What does this say? Fate, karma, something ending, something beginning, right? It's all interwoven. There's so many different reasonings and explanations for why things happen in our life. I feel like you are ready to end a cycle. I feel like you're already kind of have let go of a lot of the things that you needed to. And this feels like another or last piece of the puzzle. It's just maybe the hardest one, or maybe there is some humility that goes into it. But like I said, it's not just your own self. It's also on whatever you're dealing with too. There's two sides to a story. There's always, always two sides. And it feels like whatever this is, like Spirit's basically saying this is the release that you need. So even if there is fear walking into this thing, it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to go wrong. And ideally you're dealing with someone who is a human, like who can understand, is basically what I'm saying. I am dubious, but I listen. There are words, phrases, ideas, and symbols around me. Many of them are not the truth. I use doubt to listen consciously. When I do, the reality becomes clear. And I feel like this is definitely whatever this devil energy influence is that you're experiencing right now. Questioning it, what you're thinking, what you're feeling, what someone's telling you, etc., whatever that is for you, like putting it to the test, right? Testing its strength, testing its viability. And I feel like, because honestly, it's like as soon as you do that, this energy emerges that is really powerful, that's really beautiful, that's you connecting with like, okay, I'm going to use this as inspiration. As I'm saying it, that's exactly how the fire element is showing up right now in the astrology. Like it's giving us the fuel, the drive that we need to kind of overcome some of this stuff, some of the harder stuff, right? Some of the stuff we don't really want to do. I give support to others. Everything in the world is interconnected, 100%. Every human being is special and unique. I share this truth with others and show them my support. We're also getting a lot of this message as well throughout the collective, just to kind of release in non-judgment. People are going to do what they're going to do. They all have their own life paths, and we can't really control other people or situations. The only thing we can control is ourselves, how we want to show up, who we want to be. And I feel like it gives us a platform to be supportive to all ways of living, whether we agree with it or not. Because at the end of the day, we can choose whether we want to be a part of that energy or not, right? I don't allow my emotions to control me 100%. I don't take anything personally, otherwise I get confused. I don't teach others. I don't try to divert their attention for my own entertainment. I just inspire them. I leave others to express as they are. Exactly what I was just saying. The cards never lie. I love it. But this value, it's going to give you a lot of this peace that you're looking for anyway, Aquarius, right? Like you deserve that too. You deserve to, live in this passion, live in this beauty and in this strength. And whatever is holding you back, whatever is provoking the emotions, whatever is making it difficult, like it probably can be easily overcome. Oftentimes we just have to face it. And when we face it, it ends up like not being so bad. So I hope this helps. Not to minimize. Please don't hear it as that, but just that value of like, we're stronger than we give ourselves credit for, So find your strength, find your empowerment this week. Thank you so much for your time, energy always. I super appreciate you. I hope you found messages that resonated here for you. Definitely drop comments below. I love to hear, or just say, hey, share in a little love, little TLC. I so appreciate all the love, all the support to the channel. No, I'm sending it back your way.